Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. A federal judge blocks Arkansas's near total abortion ban. Thanks for joining us for your 5 News at 10. I'm Darren Bob. Erica has the week off. A federal judge in Little Rock issuing the preliminary injunction preventing enforcement of the law that was supposed to go into effect on July 28th. 5 News reporter Micah Wilson joining us now to talk about how people are reacting to this decision. Micah?
Yeah, Darren, some are celebrating this announcement while others are calling it a crime. But both those for and against the federal block say the fight is far from over. Governor Asa Hutchinson signed off on a near total abortion ban in March of this year. Now, 4 months later, it's being blocked on a federal level as the judge hears a challenge to its legality.
Very pleased with the decision. It was not unexpected as it was an unconstitutional law.
But some are calling this move unconstitutional.
As a crime against humanity.
Senator John Raypert says it's an overstep in boundaries by the federal court over local state rights.
One federal judge believes that she knows better than 3 million people in the state of Arkansas.
However, Janet Cathy with Planned Parenthood says this law being blocked is a relief and a step in the right direction.
This is another win. This is just another win in a 50-year battle that we've been fighting.
Calling the Arkansas abortion ban, quote, extremely harmful, especially towards women.
If they cannot control when they're going to reproduce, they have absolutely no control over any other aspect of their life.
Senator Raypert not seeing it that way, calling abortion murder, and says for those who call today a win,
anybody that would celebrate death is absolutely dangerous.
In fact, he says he's willing to take the issue to the Supreme Court.
Till we abolish abortion in this nation, I will not stop.
Dr. Cathy is acknowledging the long road ahead.
I know that this will not end the fight with these people. Our voices will continue to be heard, that we are not going to accept these decisions.
Yeah, and as you know, the topic of abortion has been a controversial topic in our state for years. But this year alone, Arkansas passed 20 restrictions against abortion. I'm live in Fayetteville, covering news where you live. Mike Wilson, 5 News.
All right, Micah, thanks. The original bill signed into law in March did leave some exceptions for abortions. It would only be allowed in certain cases where it's necessary to save the life or preserve the health of the mother or fetus. That law does not allow any exceptions in situation of rape or incest. New tonight, Benton County a step closer to becoming a pro-life county. A resolution moved forward during a committee of the whole meeting tonight. Justice of the Peace Joseph Bollinger and Richard McKeon introduced the resolutions, both designating and affirming Benton County a pro-life county. Tonight's meeting was moved to Northwest Arkansas Community College because they were expecting a large turnout, and Benton County residents on both sides did turn out and voice their opinions.
We don't need to create any more division in this country, in our communities, in the county, in any of the municipalities of Benton County.
I'm here tonight to celebrate. I'm here to give my voice. I'm here to say, I am so proud of our state. I am so proud that the legislators decided to make this state, it's a law now, that our state is a pro-life state.
That resolution can't prevent someone from accessing contraceptive services. Now that this has passed in committee, it will go to be discussed in the next quorum court meeting happening on July 29. Tomorrow, a federal court in Little Rock, meanwhile, will hear arguments on a challenge to one of the most controversial bills to come out of the Arkansas legislative session. It's the ban on gender-affirming medical treatment for transgender minors. The ACLU is suing on behalf of families whose teens are blocked from getting hormonal treatments by that law. The Attorney General's office is defending the state in court, which is normal procedure anytime a state law is challenged. The challenge will take place tomorrow. Now, the ACLU will then hold a news conference to discuss the lawsuit after the hearing is complete. Of course, we'll have any updates to come out of the courtroom right here on Channel 5. Tonight in Fayetteville, the City Council approved a signing bonus to bring new recruits into the city's police department. Police Chief Mike Reynolds says the department is understaffed right now and proposed the $10,000 signing bonus this month to attract new officers. New police officers will get a $2,000 initial bonus for certification, $4,000 after field training is complete, and another $4,000 after 18 months probationary period. All right, moving to the forecast. A live look now from our Choctaw Casino camera in Pensacola. Man, look at either that's the camera or there is a whole lot of haze going on out there right now, Garrett.
Or it could be a little bit of both, right? No, there is a lot of haze out there. We have a lot of humidity. Temperatures outside were warm this afternoon. The satellite and radar is mostly clear. Is it warm, though? It's upper 60s and 70s. Look at this. This is kind of interesting. It was 83 in Fayetteville. Now, normally it's 90. Yeah, we're below normal. The record was 102. That was back in 2012, hot year that year. Right now, our temperatures continue to trend in the 70s, close to 72 in Bentonville, 69 in Fayetteville. We'll talk about other temperatures across the area and what to expect for the weekend coming up.
All right, Garrett, thanks. Now to our local coronavirus coverage. 1,875 new cases reported in the last day in Arkansas. It's one of the highest daily increases we've seen in months. Total now stands at 367,007. Active cases also dramatically higher today. 970 more brings that total now to 11,475. No new deaths to report from yesterday. 28 more people, though, were hospitalized with COVID, making that total now 815. UAMS has released its latest COVID-19 forecast. Doctors there say it underscores we are in the middle of a fast-moving COVID-19 surge. The models predict that over the next 15 days, Arkansas will add more than 1,000 cases each day. And the 35 to 59 age group will account for the highest number of those cases. In that report, UAMS doctors say, quote, it has broken out into a raging forest fire that will grow in size and strength, and we cannot stand still. We must act to reduce the consequences of this new surge to the extent possible. You can find more details, by the way, on this full report on our website, 5newsonline.com. Even though our COVID-19 cases are up in Arkansas, a state law prohibits school districts from implementing any mask policies. School districts are now working on plans in the event they do have to switch to online learning this fall. Districts say they can't finalize those plans, though, without updated guidance from the Department of Health. And that's why infectious disease specialists are urging parents to get their kids vaccinated if they are eligible.
Hope that some individuals that get the disease will be asymptomatic. You know, they may not feel any consequences due to getting the virus. But unfortunately, there are some that do get sick, and we are actually seeing that there's oftentimes no rhyme or reason to it. It's really hard to predict who those individuals are.
The Department of Health hasn't given a time frame for releasing those back-to-school guidelines. Fayetteville High School hosting a vaccination clinic for students ahead of the new school year. It's happening this Friday at the high school's Bulldog lobby. Vaccinations are scheduled to start at 8:30 this Friday morning. The clinic will wrap up at around 12:30 or so Friday afternoon. After years without any major updates, Arkansas Department of Transportation now sharing new information on plans for I-49 in the River Valley. RDOT says more than 13 miles of new roads will connect Alma and Barling. It's estimated to cost about $787 million. Half of that money will go toward building that bridge over the Arkansas River. RDOT says we probably won't see any of the funding until 2023, but mayors we spoke to in the River Valley say they're excited for this project and the economic opportunities it will provide.
A great impact on our community, so much so that I think we'll have more people interested in coming into town in businesses, in cafes, motels, hardware stores that we're looking for, all up and down Interstate 49. So with that, the impact on the city will be a booming situation. It'll be something that we've been looking for a long, long time.
There is no start date on that construction set just yet. Also new tonight, these are videos taken after a deadly UTV accident. Johnson County investigators say a woman and her husband fell off a bluff and into a body of water just north of Clarksville. She was able to pull her husband out of the water and then wandered through the woods for a day looking for help. By the time she was able to call 911, investigators say the man had already died. Woman is being treated at a local hospital. A Florida man convicted of robbing and killing a River Valley native in 2017. Christian Dillon was found guilty by a jury of second-degree murder for the death of Sarah Nicholson.
Do you unanimously find beyond a reasonable doubt that in the course of committing the burglary, Christian Dillon made an assault on Sarah Nicholson? Yes. Verdict. We, the jury, find as follows to count 5, the defendant in this case. The defendant is guilty of second-degree murder.
According to investigators, the suspect was a house guest that Nicholson tried to kick out. Sentencing will be held August 23rd. Dillon faces life in prison. Nicholson lived in Natural Dam until moving to Bonita Springs, Florida back in 2017. Now, there is a second suspect, Raymond Gomez. He doesn't have a trial date yet set, but has a pretrial hearing set for September. Before he takes on the bright lights at SEC Media Days, Coach Sam Pittman facing questions from a tough group. How the head hog handled these young fans coming up.
It was warm today, but it wasn't as warm as it usually is this time of year. I'll have your forecast up next.